Hello, I'm Neil Screaton, owner of Screatons Ltd Chartered Accountants. Here at Screatons Ltd we submit around 700 self-assessment tax returns every year, and I just wanted to present today my top 10 tips for successfully submitting your self-assessment tax return. First of all, check whether you need to submit a tax return or not. If you get rental income from a property, if you are a company director, or if you're a high rate taxpayer and you get savings or dividend income, then you will have to submit a tax return. And Revenue Customs very much put the onus on the taxpayer to apply for the tax return. They will not accept any excuses for not doing it. Once you've decided that you need to submit a return, apply for your government gateway user identifier as soon as possible. You can go to the Revenue website, www.hmrc.gov.uk, click on register, and that will take you through the process of receiving that. Remember the deadlines. The deadlines are key. If you want to submit a paper tax return, you've got until the 31st of October following the end of the tax year. If you want to do it online, you've got a bit longer until the 31st of January. Now, in either case, the deadline for paying the tax is 31st of January, regardless of when you sent your return in. Now, the penalties for submission, non-submission or late submission are high. They can be up to £1,600 per return. So, if you've got a piece of missing information from your return, don't wait. Send in a provisional return, and then you can correct it by sending in an amended return later on. Don't wait. It will not be seen as a reasonable excuse for not sending it in on time. Don't include your ISA income. There's a very misleading box on a tax return which says untaxed interest. It doesn't mean ISA income. It means interest that should have been taxed but has had no tax taken off it. You will end up paying more tax than you need to. If you're employed and you get a PAYE coding notice, before you do your return, check that notice to make sure there's no adjustment made for unpaid tax from previous years. You have to include that on the return. If you don't, you'll end up possibly getting a refund that you're not entitled to, and you'll have to pay it back with interest possibly. Also, if you're employed, then if you want to have any tax outstanding taken through your salary rather than as a lump sum, then you must submit your return by the 31st of December, and the tax cannot be more than £3,000. But if you want to do that, have it taken monthly, slightly delay paying the tax, then 31st of December is the deadline for that. Revenue Customs software will calculate your tax refund or liability. What it might also do is calculate payments on account. When you see these, consider whether the next year's tax liability is likely to be as high as the current year's. If it's not, you might have grounds for reducing the payments on account and helping your cash flow. Number 9. There are very few excuses that Revenue and Customs will accept for late or non-submission of tax returns. Essentially, serious illness and death are among the only two that they will accept. So, whatever happens, try not to be late. And finally, if you get stuck, if you are in doubt, then go and see an accountant or a tax advisor to help out. The chances are that the cost of this will be less than the penalties you incur and the hassle you get for late or non-submission of a correct or incorrect tax return. Here at Screatons Ltd, as I said, we do a lot of tax returns every year. We can help you with your self-assessment tax return at not a great cost. So if you want to contact us, we're at info@screatons.co.uk, 01827 715 264, www.screatons.co.uk. Thank you.